Jai Gurudev. Today we are going to see scalars and vectors. Scalars and vectors. Already familiar in the lower section. What is scalar? See the picture and then you can go for the conclusion. Length of the car is 4.5 meter. Here, length is a physical quantity. Magnitude 4.5 meter. The same way you can see mass is a physical quantity. And what's the magnitude? 1 kg. And time is 12.76. Magnitude 12.76. Temperature, that is also 36.8 degrees Celsius. Magnitude 36.8 degrees Celsius. So scale quantity is a physical quantity that has only magnitude. For example, mass, length, time, temperature, volume and density. What is vector? Same way can go for the another picture. Position of California from North Carolina is 3600 km in west. See here, magnitude given and direction also given. And displacement from USA to China is 11,600 km in east. Magnitude 11,600, direction in east direction. So vector quantity is a physical quantity that has both magnitude and direction. For example, position, acceleration, displacement, momentum, velocity and force. Already familiar. Now you should learn how to represent the vector. The vector is represented by line with the arrow. The line represented the magnitude. Arrow shows the direction. So symbolically we can write AB vector. There is two parties here. One is arrow part is what is it? Head of the vector. The dot, this part is called the tail of the vector. So representation of vector, you know that they are represented by single capital A vector or B vector or T vector. And some vectors are represented by the respective physical quantity, position, velocity and force. Position represented by R vector, velocity represented by E vector, force represented by the F vector. So types of vector, here you can see two vectors are said to be parallel, means that the two vectors have same direction. Suppose equal vector, the both vectors have the same magnitude, where we said the vectors are called the equal vectors. If the two vectors are opposite to each other, if the two vectors are having opposite to each other, the direction is opposite to each other, where we said that is anti-parallel vector. Negative vector, see anti-parallel vectors are said to be negative vector, they have the same magnitude. A vector equal to minus of B vector. Collinear vector, if the two vectors are in the same line, where we said that are called collinear vectors. Co-initial vector, if the more than two vectors are having common initial point, where we said this type is called a co-initial vector. Suppose more than two vectors are having common terminal point, where we said this is called a co-terminus vector. Coplanar vector, if the vectors are lie in the same plane, where we said coplanar vector. Non-coplanar vector. Coplanar vector means what? They are lie in the same plane. Suppose the vectors are not lie in the same plane, or in other words, we can tell that they are distributed in space. That are called a non-coplanar vector. And then types of vector on the basis of effects. On the basis of effect, you can classify into two types. One is polar vector, another one is axial vector. What is polar vector? Polar vector having straight line effect are called polar vector. That means a displacement, velocity, acceleration, force. But vectors are having a rotational effect are called axial vectors. Angular momentum, angular acceleration, angular velocity, torque. And vector addition. In the case of vector addition, can use what a triangle law. Triangle law means what a triangle has three sides. If you are taking two sides of the triangle are as a vector, the third side of the triangle gives the resultant of the two vector. For example, A vector move from Egypt to Yemen. B vector move from Yemen to Iran. So what's the net vector or resultant vector? That is C is given by closing sides of the triangle. So C vector will F vector plus B vector. In the same way, parallelogram law of vectors. Here also same way, you are taking the two vector or adjacent sides of the parallelogram. The resultant is given by the diagonal of the parallelogram, but only condition the diagonal which is passing through the common tail of the two vectors. So C vector equal to A vector plus B vector. This is a parallel vectors. Next one, polygonal vectors. For the case of two vector, okay. Suppose I am having more than two vector, how do we calculate the resultant vector? Suppose A vector, B vector, C vector, D vector, 4 vectors are there. How will we calculate? First you see A vector, and then tail of the B vector is placed on the head of the A vector. In the same way, tail of the C vector placed on the head of the B vector, and tail of the D vector placed on the head of the C vector. Now we can calculate the net resultant vector. A is the closing sides of the polygon. Closing sides of the polygon is what? The D vector. That is given in the reverse order. That is E vector equal to A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. And commutative property. See, for the case of addition vector, obey the commutative property. A vector plus B vector equal to B vector plus A vector. And same way, addition vector obeys the associative law. A vector plus B vector plus C vector is nothing but A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Subtraction of vector. Subtraction of vector B from vector A is defined as the addition of vector minus B. I mean A vector minus B vector is nothing but A vector is addition with the minus of B vector. Vector addition, we can see later this part. And then next one, unit vector. Unit vector is a vector which is having magnitude is 1. So it lacks both the dimension and a unit. What is the use of the unit vector? It is used for specify the direction in space. And then unit vector can be expressed as a product of its magnitude and a unit vector. So this is the way you can express a unit vector. Clear? And then next one, resolution of vector. If the vector is split into two parts. For example, A vector is split into two vectors. One is AT vector, another is AN vector. AT is a vector along the direction of T direction. AN vector is along the direction of N vector. So we can explain this is, it is a process of splitting a vector into two or more vectors in such a way that their combined effect is same as that of the given vector. And then rectangular component of two V vectors. See, the vector class were split into two ways. I told you, A vector split into AX and AY. For the case of this diagram, what is the A vector? AXI plus AYJ. It's a rectangular component of the 2D vector. You know, A vector and B vector making, the result vector A is making angle with theta. So sin theta equals to AY by A, or AY equal to A sin theta. Cos theta equal to AX by A, or AX equal to A cos theta. No need to memorize, just draw the diagram and you can derive the equation. Very simple. So what is the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector A? That is A equal to magnitude. For the case of magnitude, A equal to square root of AX square plus AY square. I mean sum of the square of the coefficient of A vector. Coefficient of coefficient of I and J. Coefficient of I is AX, coefficient of J, what's that? AY. What about the direction? From the diagram, again you know that tan theta equal to what's that? AY by AX, or theta equal to tan inverse of AY by AX. So rectangular component of 3D vector in the same way can go for the three-dimensional x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. A is divided into three parts: AX, AY, AZ. And then you can write A equal to AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. In the same way, rectangular component of 3D vector cos alpha equal to AX by A, that is AX equal to A cos alpha. In the same way, AY equal to what's that? A cos beta, AZ equal to A cos gamma. No need to memorize, just draw the diagram, you can derive easily. What about the magnitude and direction of the 3D component? For the case of magnitude, I told you square root of AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. Direction, alpha equal to cos inverse of AX by A, beta equal to cos inverse of AY by A, gamma equal to cos inverse of AZ by A. Same way, you can add the two vector A vector plus B vector equal to what's that? Finally, you can get R vector is equal to what is that? AX plus BX of Y, AY plus BY of J, plus AZ plus BZ of K. And then multiply, you can multiply we multiply a vector A by scalar, we can get a new vector. If its magnitude is a product of the vector A and the absolute vector of S. For example, if S is a positive means both vectors are in same direction. If S is negative means what is that? And that is in opposite direction. There are two ways of multiply a vector by vector. See, here we discussed the vector by scalar, but now I am going to talk about multiply the vector by vector. There are two type of product is there. One is dot product, another one is cross product. If you multiply two vector, if the resultant is in the form of scalar, that is called a scalar product or dot product. Suppose you multiply the two vector, you can get the resultant vector is in the form of vector format, that is called a vector product or cross product. For the case of scalar product, you know that what is it? A dot B equal to AB cos theta. Example of scalar products. For a case of example, work done is nothing but force into displacement. Force is a vector, displacement is a vector. So Fs cos theta. For the case of another one example, power equal to force into velocity, Fv cos theta. So geometrical meaning of scalar dot product. One is magnitude of the one of the vector, another one is scalar component of the second vector along the direction of the first vector. See, this is a geometrical meaning of the scalar product. A dot B equal to A of B cos theta or A dot B equal to A cos theta of B. Properties. What are the properties? Properties of scalar product. One is scalar property. Scalar product is commutative property. A dot B equal to B dot A. And scalar product is distributive over addition. A dot B plus C equal to A dot B plus A dot C. And another one, product of scalar product of two perpendicular vector is 0. Why? Because perpendicular means theta equal to 90, cos 90 is 0, everything will be 0. Suppose scalar product of two parallel vectors is maximum. Why? Because cos 0, theta equal to 0, so cos 0 means 1. You can get maximum. Scalar product is anti-parallel. Vector is maximum negative. Anti-parallel means what is that? Theta equal to 180. So you can get minus AB. Scalar product of vector with itself is called square of its magnitude. Suppose A dot A vector, what's it? Theta will be 0, cos 0, 1, can get square, A square. The same way, scalar product of two same unit vector is 1 and two different unit vector is 0. See, very simple. I dot I equal to J dot J equal to K dot K equal to 1. Suppose you multiply with another component, what's that? I dot J or J dot K or K dot J equal to 0. This is the way you can multiply A dot B. You can get the value. Vector product. What's that? A cross B equal to AB sin theta n cap, where n cap shows the direction. So that is the C vector. That is given by the right hand rule. Suppose you see the A is another direction, B is a vector is another direction. Then make angle theta. What about the resultant vector? The C is given by the this is a thumb side. Thumb only shows the direction of the resultant vector. An example of vector product. One is torque, another one is angular momentum. For the case of torque, R cross F, that is R of sin theta n cap. Or angular momentum L equal to R cross P vector, R vector cross P vector, RP sin theta n cap. So geometrical meaning of this vector, A cross B, modulus of A cross B equal to A of B sin theta, or modulus of A cross B equal to A sin theta of B. Another one, properties of vector product. The vector product is anti-commutative. That means A cross B is not equal to B cross A vector. And then vector product is distributive over addition. That means A vector cross B plus C vector equal to A cross B plus A cross C. Magnitude of the vector product of two perpendicular vector is maximum. Perpendicular 90, theta equal 90. So we can sin 91, so we can get AB. For the case of vector product of two parallel vectors is null vector. Parallel means theta equal to 0, sin 0 0, so that will be 0. So vector product of anti-parallel vector is also null vector. Why? Because theta equal to 180, here sin 180 is 0, so you can get totally 0. So vector product of vector with itself is a null vector, A cross A. That means theta equal to 0, sin 0 0, everything will be 0. Vector product of two same unit vectors, for example I cross J or J cross J or K cross K equal to 0. In the same way I cross J equal to K, J cross K equal to I, or K cross I equal to J. And second thing, J cross I equal to minus K, K cross J equal to minus I, I cross k equal minus a. It is no need to memorize this one. Very simple. I tell you. See the diagram. If you go in clockwise direction, you can take the another one. For example, I cross j means k vector plus. In the clockwise diagram, take it as a positive. Anti-clockwise, take it as a negative. For example, another diagram. J cross j cross I means minus k. That's all. The same way you can go for anti-clockwise direction, you can get the negative. So the same way you can multiply the two vectors, and then you can calculate the vector product using component. You can use this modulus vector. A cross b equal. You can use that. First I will put I j k, and then you can write the coefficient of I j k of a vector, and then coefficient of I j k of b vector, and then you can simplify the equation. Okay, thank you. I hope you all understand the concept of scalars and vectors. Next class I will come with another concept. Thank you.